Welcome to another easy step-by-step tutorial. The link for today's template will be down below in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. Okay guys, so when you get the template open, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see it pop up on a screen like this, and it will be blank like this with all the artwork in place, and everything will already be sized for you. So right here you'll see this is a 5x7 invitation. This over here is a 3.5 by 5-inch enclosure card. It can be an RSVP card, it can be a details card. Same with this card. Typically this would be invitation, then over here it would be RSVP and details card. But since they're blank, you can use them however you'd like. So today we're going to just use it in that format, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to customize these templates. So like I said, upon purchase you get the template link, you click on it and it brings you here. So all you have to do really is add your event details to this, and it's super easy, and I'm going to show you how. So over here on the left you're going to click here where it says fonts, and it's going to bring up a gallery here, a list of different fonts you can use, and you can choose which one you want. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is add the bride and groom's name, and I'm going to use a fancier font for that. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to access it by just double clicking on that font, and you'll see this little text box up here will pop up, and you can just drag that wherever you want to. So right now I'm going to drag it, and then I'm going to drag the corners of it to make it bigger, just so I can see what I'm typing, and then I'll resize it as I go. Another way you can resize the text is over here on this toolbox area here. You can resize it using this drop down, but I find it's just easier to do the drag method here. So I'm going to double click inside the box, and I'm going to start typing in the bride and groom's name. So see here, right up here in the right, this empty box in the upper right hand corner, I'm going to type in, we're just going to use some fake names. Let's just say Melissa and Patrick. And you can see it showed up here as well. So you can come over here and you can do bold and italic and change the color. You can change the text size and everything. So right now I'm just going to drag it up just a little, and I'm just going to keep it right about there for now. I may move it in a little bit. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this same fancy font as the header for these two detail cards, just so they match. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to copy, right click, copy, and paste. Okay, and then you see it duplicated here. I'm just going to drag this up here, and I'm going to resize it in a minute because it's a smaller card. So I'm going to drag it down a bit, and I'm going to come over here in the text box in the right hand upper corner, and I'm just going to type in RSVP. Okay, or you can type in response or whatever you want. I'm going to type in RSVP, and I'm going to size it. Whoops. Sorry guys, I moved the whole template. Okay, so there we go. I typed in RSVP, and now I'm going to drag it right about there. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing for this card down below. So I'm going to right click, copy, and paste, and I'm going to drag that right about here. And I'm going to come up here to the box on the upper right hand corner, and for this one I'm going to type in details. Okay, and I'm going to leave that alone like that. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a more classic font that's not so fancy for, let's try this one, for the regular details. So I'm going to double click on this font, and there's so many different fonts you can use. I'm just going to choose this one for now. And I'm going to drag the text box like this. And up here in the box in the upper right, I'm going to type in together with their families. Okay, and I'm going to resize it to, let's try 11 first. It's a little small, so I'm going to try 12. Okay, that's better. So I'm going to put that right above the two names, and then I'm going to duplicate this text as well. So I'm going to do a right click copy and paste. It's going to duplicate, and I'm going to drag that down below the names, and I'm going to start typing in the event details. These lines that you see popping up, these pink lines, those are just to keep everything centered and symmetrical while you're typing text. So together with their families, now I'm going to type up here the details. Together with their families, Melissa and Patrick, I'm just going to actually say, invite you to celebrate their marriage. And then let's put the date, Saturday, June 2nd, 2020 at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's just say Oak Valley Resort. 12345 Valley Road, Dallas, Texas. This is all just fake information I'm making up as I go just to show you guys. And then I'm just going to put reception to follow. Okay, now I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to reformat this whole thing so that it looks the way that I want it to look. So I'm going to drag it a little bit, like about there. And I'm going to just drag it around until it looks the way that I want it to look on the actual template itself. So like right there is perfect. And then I'm going to bring these names down as well to about there. I'm going to also make this bigger and drag it down as well. Okay. Then I'm going to take this same classic text and I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to drag it over here so I can put in these details. And I will put it let's start adding, let's say please respond by 5/15/2020. And then put yes, and wait, sorry, and make it. And I'm going to reformat this, so don't worry, right now I'm just typing in the details. And then we're going to put names. And okay, so now that I have that in there, and this is just, you guys, standard wording that I've seen on, you know, various wedding invitation templates on the internet. You can use whatever wording you want, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just showing you how easy it is, and I'm using very basic, standard wording for these invitation templates. Okay, so please respond by 5/15/2020. I want to make it so the response of yes, can't wait, or sorry, I can't make it is all on one line. So I'm going to drag this out and see how that helps. That helps more. Okay. I'm also wanting to make this date stand out more. So I want to make that bigger. And I think let's try like 20 point. Okay, that's good. And I want to bold it and see how that looks. No, I don't like it bold. I'll just leave it as is, but I'll leave it bigger. So please respond by 5/15/2020. Yes, can't wait. Sorry, can't make it. Names of your guests. You can use different lines other than dotted line, but again, I'm just showing you quickly how to do these templates. So names, the number of guests, please respond by, and that's the RSVP card. So that's perfect. Now again, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to duplicate this text, and I'm going to drag it over to the details card, and I'm going to type some basic information on a details card, like you would include maybe accommodation information, a link to your wedding website for more information, stuff like that. So I'm just going to say, for more information regarding directions, accommodations, registry, and more, please visit our wedding website, and then drop the website. We'll just say it's www.melissaandpat.com. Again, this is just dummy information so I can show you guys how easy it is. So again, I'm going to drag this around until it looks the way that I want for it to look. You can play around with fonts. If you don't like how it looks, you can choose a different one and see how that looks. And you just get everything the way that you want it to look before saving it. So you can see in just, less than 10 minutes, you're pretty much ready to have your wedding invitation saved to your computer and printed. I'm just dragging it around right now, but my computer is somewhat laggy, so bear with me for a minute. So yeah, you can see how easy that was, that we just typed in the details for the wedding information on the invitation, the RSVP information, and the details information. And it took, less than 10 minutes, and you have this gorgeous template ready to be printed. And when you print it, all you have to do is print it on white cardstock. You can print it on any color printer. You can print it if you have one at home. You can print it from home on white cardstock, or you can use any print vendor of your choice, like Vistaprint or, a local copy and print center. Really anybody that can print on cardstock. And this is 8.5 by 11 inch regular full page white cardstock that you would print on. And then when you get it, you just cut them out. So it saves a lot of money since everything is on one page, and then you just cut it out and you have everything that you need. You have the invitation and both enclosure cards. You can also use these enclosure cards for something different. If you don't need a details card or you don't need an RSVP card, you can use these cards like as a thank you card. You can use them as maybe like for table numbers if you wanted to do that. You can play around with it since they are blank with just the artwork. They can be used universal, so that's also really good. So once you have it looking the way that you want it to look, you're just going to come up here and you're going to click on download, and it's going to ask you what format you want to download your file in. You can choose PDF, JPEG, PNG, or SVG. I would recommend PDF or JPEG or PNG. I don't typically do SVG, but usually I choose PDFs or JPEG. So we'll just keep it at PDF, and then you're going to click next. And it's just going to say 8.5 by 11 inch, print multiples per page if possible. That's checked by default, and you can just leave it that way. You can leave all this the way it is by default. It won't affect your file. And then you're just going to click here on download PDF, and it will download to your computer, and then you're ready to, then you have your print ready file. So wherever you save your file to on your computer, you can put it on the thumb drive, you can email it to your local copy and print center, you can upload it to Vistaprint, whatever you want to do. You now have a print ready file ready to print. You can print as many as you want, as many as you need. You can come back in and make changes. If you, like, let's say you change the date of your event, you can come back in and make changes. You can print more if you need more. You can do whatever you want with these. You can use the template again for something else. You can print it with invites, RSVP, and details like we did today, and then you can come back later and use this template for, like, maybe you can use this big one for a wedding program. You can use this for a thank you card. You can use it, like I said, for table numbers. You can use it for whatever you want because you have personal rights to this blank template. You can print it as many times as you need to. So it's really universal, and it really saves you a ton of money when it comes to printing event invitations. And they can really add up. If you guys do some research like on Etsy and other websites that are popular for printing your wedding invitations, it's really expensive. It's like several $100s. So people get really intimidated sometimes at a DIY project, but you really don't have to have any special skills for this. All you're basically doing is adding text to this page, and you're saving it to your computer, and that's it. And you can't really go wrong. And then all you have to do is print it out and cut it out. So it's very basic, doesn't require any special skills. The artwork is already in place for you. So yeah, that's really it. And like I said, it will save you several hundred dollars, and you can use this over and over again for different things. You can even use this template here, like for your bridal shower. You can use this template as your theme for your whole event: bridal shower, thank you cards, programs, invitations. You can just keep coming back and clearing this information and using it for something else. So it's really awesome. And like I said, it saves you a ton of money, and it's really easy to do. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Or you can also email me. All my contact info is also down below. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you find it as easy and as exciting as I do to create these beautiful custom event invitations. Take care, guys. Talk to you next time.